Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my EachWay Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse race in action as usual here on the channel. Well, what can I say, it was not a bad day today really. Across our two channels on Twitter and on YouTube. On our YouTube EachWay Lucky15 that I made last night, we actually had a winner with Yafta 11-2 at Chelmsford. It was a nice performance, was always prominent, and then from about the halfway stage was always in the lead and saw out the trip very nicely. So that was a good performance by that horse. And then on the load a lot, we actually had a couple of winners there. We had Paddy Power with a great ride by Paul Hannigan, probably one of the best rides I've seen a jockey give a horse for a long time. The way that it pretty much went from last to first, and pretty much, if you look at it, within a furlong really, how it managed to beat a load of horses. It was a very nice performance by Paddy Power. And then the other horse that we had win for us on the load a lot on Twitter was Our Million, and we got that an early overnight price at 9-1. There were quite a few non-runners, meaning that did final SP end up at 9-2, but still a good selection there. And then we had a few other horses that made the frame. Our final horse that I'll mention that was on our load a lot from our free selections was UAE King. Ran creditably enough, finishing in third place. We had two winners and a place on the load a lot there, but on our EachWay Lucky15 on YouTube, it was quite a good day. Really, we had, like I've already said, Yafta, but we had two horses that made the frame as well. We had Tip to Win, which was not badly ridden, if I must say, but the Mark Johnston runner in that race in the 345 looked a very nice horse, and they're already tipping that to maybe be a future Guineas horse, and that might bode it well. Already having the course form proven at Newmarket already, so that'd be interesting to see if that horse does take that route there. But like I said, that horse that we selected, Tip to Win, ran okay and finished in second place. And then our Irish Raider over in Ireland, I think the horse was called Rakhine State, managed to finish second in the end, ridden by Nina Carberry in the last race there. My only criticism from Nina's point of view was maybe she could have got the horse a bit prominent early on, because it was running on quite nicely. It ran through the field to really gain a position in the race, but I think maybe if it had been a bit more prominent towards the start of the race, it might have been in the end able to put down a better challenge to the eventual winner, which was actually Willie Mullins' trained horse, who normally has a rivalry with Gordon Elliott in those kind of races. So all in all, it wasn't a bad day today, and we're starting to get a few more winners now. So hopefully we can have a better day tomorrow and actually get some more winners on our EachWay Lucky15 here that we're going to upload on our YouTube channel. But also as well, don't miss out on our EachWay selections that we give on Twitter called The Load A Lot, where we normally pick a few horses that we might think run well, and I'll give you a brief explanation why, and they're definitely worth checking out because, like I said, we've been doing alright recently. Today wasn't the only day that's been good for us. Actually, that's probably where our best selections have been recently, so go and have a look at our Twitter page at LuckyLoaders15, the same name as our YouTube channel if you don't follow us there already. So enough about that now. I'll be getting stuck into tomorrow's horse race in action, and actually there's quite a lot of good racing on tomorrow. We've got a good day's meeting at Newmarket, especially with a few group races, which is part of their big meeting, which is the Cambridgeshire. Now obviously Saturday will be their bigger day when they've got some group ones in the card, but they've got some good group races that we'll be looking at tomorrow. There's also a few good other race cards elsewhere up and down the country. So anyway, enough about that. We're going to be going to Newmarket for our first EachWay Lucky15 selection tomorrow in the 225 with a horse called Elias Ruby, currently around 6-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by John Gosden, and Frankie Dettori will be taking the ride. Now the interesting thing to note here that is that it's trained by John Gosden, and he's looking for his hat trick in this race. He's won the last two renewals of this race, and Elias Ruby might not be a bad shout tomorrow, each way 6-1. My only criticism as well, though, might be that Frankie Dettori has been a little bit cold recently. He hasn't been riding that many winners, but he's still obviously a great jockey, and all jockeys go through their warm and cold patches. But like I said, Frankie is going through a slightly colder patch at the moment, but obviously he'll have of enable at the weekend at Chantilly in the Arc. But anyway, enough of Frankie's woes at the moment riding. I thought Elias Ruby had a good chance with its connections. Also as well, it's been a very consistent horse this year, often making the frame in a lot of races. Also as well, I think if you actually look at its form, it seems to run best when there's just a little bit of cut in the ground, not too firm and not too soft. The conditions described at Newmarket at the moment are currently good to soft, and if it stays that way, I thought this horse, Elias Ruby, could maybe be definitely in the mix, and I thought 6-1 wasn't a bad each way price there. So that's the first horse that I'm going to be giving you tomorrow. We then go over to Newmarket again in the 3 o'clock, and we go for a horse called Nyaleti, which is currently 3-1 with bookmakers at the moment. You have to kind of shop around at the moment because I've seen a few bookmakers a little bit shorter than 3-1, but I thought 3-1 wasn't a bad price anyway, because I think this could be potentially a well-backed favourite tomorrow in this race. It's trained by Mark Johnston, and James Doyle will be taking the ride tomorrow, and he's been in very good form of late. James Doyle, very good, respected jockey. This horse, again, has had another consistent campaign. My only slight worry would be maybe this horse has been run a little bit too much and maybe could do with a break, but it's probably the classiest horse within the race. It's already got a Group 3 win under its belt, which came at Ascot, and I thought tomorrow this horse could maybe get another group win underneath its belt, and I thought a 3-1, that wasn't a bad selection there. So hopefully that horse Nyaleti can do it for us as our second each way Lucky15 prediction. We then go and stay at Newmarket for the 3:35, and this is going to be my nap for tomorrow. Zonderland, currently 5-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Clive Cox, and Adam Kirby will be taking the ride tomorrow. Currently 5-1 with bookmakers. I thought that wasn't a bad price considering it had a very good return to action only a few weeks ago at Goodwood, where it finished second in a Group 2 race, and I thought that was quite strong form claims considering we hadn't seen this horse for nearly a year. This horse also as well tends to run very consistently when it has run. It's got a very interesting pedigree and good connections. Clive Cox has had a terrific year again this year, and I thought really Zonderland at 5-1 could be primed and ready to go after his return to Goodwood a few weeks ago, and could take all the beating in this race. And I thought 5-1 actually wasn't a bad fair each way selection there. So that's the third selection I'm going to give you there tomorrow, and my nap Zonderland. We then go over to Haydock for our last selection tomorrow on our Each Way Lucky15, and we go to the 4:30 at Haydock with a horse called Tor, currently trained by Ian Jardine, and Jamie Gormley will be taking the ride tomorrow, who will be able to use a £7 claim here. Now there's a lot to like about how this horse has run this season. Again, very consistent performer, had a couple of wins under its belt, also as well has been making the frame more often than not in its races, and this horse as well should like the conditions. It's currently described as heavy at the moment at Haydock, and last time out actually it did win Musselburgh on soft ground, but actually I watched that race and to be honest it seemed more like heavy ground than soft to me, and I thought that was a very nice game attitude that this horse took to win that race last time. And also as well, I think the £7 claim would really help if the conditions stay as they are, which are described as heavy, because obviously the less weight you carry, the more of a chance and a good thing it is for you to do well in races. So I thought Tour tomorrow, currently 11-2, was definitely again another good solid each way bet. So that's going to be my last prediction on our YouTube channel tomorrow to make up our each way lucky 15. Please go over to Twitter as well, where we'll be uploading some selections tomorrow morning, which will be a few other horses to maybe keep an eye out tomorrow, and hopefully we can have a good day on those. So yes, so thanks for all your support so far. Please subscribe to our channel here at Lucky Loaders 15 if you haven't done so already. Also as well, leave your comments in the comments box below for the runners that you think might run well tomorrow, and even if you want to take me on at my own game and the horses that I've selected in those races. So give your opinion on what other horses might do better in those races than the ones I've given. Also as well, gamble responsibly. I don't want you losing too much money from my selections, even though, like I said, we haven't been doing too badly as of late. So that's all I've got to say really. So hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.